We're back for the Saturday slate. Took a few days off from making videos as we had a couple small slates for Thursday and Friday. We have a monster 11-game slate for Saturday, so let's get into it. Before we get started, please be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already. So yesterday I decided I'm going to be doing FanDuel as well for the rest of the year, and that's going to be free to all NBA members on the website. Alright, with that, let's get on to this slate. So monster slate for Saturday, one of the biggest slates I've seen on a Saturday. On a huge slate like this, I think an interesting strategy is to focus on one game and game stack that game, as it's definitely a contrarian approach, as nobody is going to really just stack up one game on an 11-game slate. And by stack, I mean like full stack. So if that game happens to go into overtime, then you're going to be looking pretty good. And it's kind of hard to pick and choose players from different teams that's going to go off. So if you find a game that you like, I think stacking that up is pretty good. And the game that I want to stack up is definitely New Orleans and Spurs. So the Pelicans are once again going to be shorthanded, missing Payton is out, Randall is out, Mirotic is out, Moore is out. So everybody that's been out, Davis is out obviously. Everybody that's been out for the past week is going to be out again. So the Pelicans are really running like eight-man rotations. Solomon Hill is starting but only playing like 15 minutes. So we're getting a lot of guys at cheap prices still that are going to play a ton. I'm going to start off with Jrue Holiday, the guy that should see his production go up still with those guys out. He's been good, 51 and 40 the past couple games, playing a ton of minutes, should continue to play that many minutes. It was a back-to-back against Denver and Houston, but he played pretty well, got a day off, so it is a 3 and 4, but, 3 and 4, but I still think he's going to have to play so many minutes, and he hasn't really gone off yet. I like the price tag on him. It's a good spot here against Spurs. He's been good all year against them. I like Jrue Holiday. On the other side, I like DeMar DeRozan. He's very cheap at only $7,600. One of the great price tags on him. He was over $8,000 for most of this year. Came back last game, shot terribly, only 31%, but he still put up 35 Draftkings points. He's been great this season at filling up all aspects of the stat sheet. Has 10 rebounds and 9 rebounds the past couple games. Been really racking up the boards. He can pick up a couple steals too. And he is like the number one option on the team. Him and Aldridge run the show. So, like DeMar DeRozan, he has a ton of upside at a cheap price. Small forward, I like this Williams kid from on the Pelicans. Kenrich Williams, he's only 4,100. He's coming off the bench, but he's played huge minutes, 30 and 38. He might draw the start in this one as Solomon Hill just hasn't been doing anything. Even if he doesn't start, he should still see a ton of minutes off the bench, as Solomon Hill has only played 15 and 18 minutes. So he has some upside. He definitely has some potential. He's really cheap still at 4,100 and going to play huge minutes, so I like him. Power forward, Darius Miller is obviously another chalk play, but he's great. Has not been great shooting either, the last 3 games, under 40%. But he's still been crushing value because he's playing so many minutes, 40 and 37 minutes. Going to have to continue to play that many minutes with all these guys out. His price tag did not rise enough. He's still a great spot here. Definitely like Darius Miller. Another player that I like on a different team here, another team that I want to stack up a bit is Dallas. They're going to be without everybody that they traded for. They're not going to make their debut. So we're going to get Luka Doncic at only 8,300. He's going to play. He should play. He basically got a rest day. Was just dealing with a sore ankle and nothing serious. It's a great spot here against Cleveland with everybody out for the Mavericks. Luka can just go off if he wants to. If he ever wanted to have like a 40-point game, 50-point game to show off that, to put out his frustrations that he did not make the All-Star game, this is definitely it against Cleveland, which is terrible defensively. The worst defensive team in the league by far. Luka at 8,300, great price tag on him. Love the spot for him, doesn't get much better. Then I kind of like Harrison Barnes on the other side too. At only 5,800, he is cheap. He's still pretty cheap, under 6,000. Gonna play a ton of minutes here with everybody out. He gets a nice boost playing alongside Doncic. Him and Doncic should be taking, probably 40-50% of the shots. He can get some rebounds too, and I think it's still a good spot for him. A good price tag on Harrison Barnes. So those are the players that I like. So thanks for watching. If you're enjoying us, remember we're doing both FanDuel and DraftKings for the rest of the year at the same price. Hit the link in the description, and good luck.